Hello, this is John Paval for Access Arts Live. I'm here in Paris in the Les Halles district, right in front of the St. Eustache Church to lead you into the live stream that they will be doing of an organ recital, their usual weekly live stream at 5 o'clock European time, 11 in the morning on the East Coast and 8 in the morning on the West Coast. Let me turn the camera around for you so you can have a look at the church from the outside. It's a magnificent church. It's not a cathedral. It has flying buttresses. The entrance is over there. This entire area is a shopping area and a pedestrian area, so there are no automobiles interfering. Let me turn the camera back to the front. Let me tell you a little bit about today's concert. It will be Baptiste-Florian Marle-Ouvrard, whose name I adore, at the keyboard, the 5 manual keyboards of the Van den Heuvel organ, which has, it's the equal of the organ technically at Notre Dame Cathedral, meaning it has 101 stops, 7,952 pipes, and a 5 manual console to manage all that from. Baptiste-Florian Marle-Ouvrard is one of the 2 resident organists here at St. Eustache Church. When he's not playing here, sometimes he plays the music to silent film, so he has a dramatic side to him. Not only that, but he usually wears red socks when he plays these recitals. And I'm convinced it's because he knows that you have an advantage that I won't have here in person. You will get to see his work on the keyboards and his feet on the pedals close up. And if you've got red socks on, then you really notice those feet on the pedals. Anyway, he's going to be playing several pieces. The first is we're going from Bach all the way up to Liszt, so we're covering several centuries musicologically. He'll start out playing a Bach's concerto in A minor after Vivaldi, and then he will play another piece by Bach called Wachtet auf, ruft uns die Stimme, which means awake, the voice is calling, which I'm sure means the voice of God. And after then playing those 2 pieces by Bach, which is actually playing music by Vivaldi and Bach, we then jump forward to the 19th century and Franz Liszt, his Prelude et Fugue sur Bach, which in English is called the Fantasy and Fugue on Bach, B-A-C-H. Now, what's interesting about this piece by Liszt is that Liszt wrote 2 principal pieces for organ in the mid-19th century, both of which he also transcribed for piano, and this is one of the 2. The other one is Ad nos ad salutarum undan, and last week, Thomas Hospital, who is the other resident organist here at St. Eustache, played the other piece. So if you follow these live streams at St. Eustache, apparently Hospital and Marle-Ouvrard are thick as thieves, musicologically, as they should be, and they organize selections of music from week to week, which have a musical sense to them. Another thing I want to mention about this before I walk you in is that this is a very well-attended concert. Sometimes some of the live streams that we tell you about during the week, and we tell you anywhere between 5 to 7, we put out a weekly organ recital roundup. Sometimes it'll be in a magnificent cathedral with a very noted organist playing a terrific program, and there'll be 12 people in an enormous cathedral. It's different here at St. Eustache. Here at St. Eustache, hundreds of people attend every Sunday. There's never less than that. They block off half of the church and set up the pews around the organ console, and there are hundreds of people in it. It's half the church. And when after it ends, they have to clear everybody out because there's a mass that comes along at 6 o'clock an hour later. Now, the other thing is that as we're seated around the organ console, and then way up above us, over to our left, you'll see I'm going to do a post-concert live stream from inside the church when it's easier to do it after the concert. You'll see that the organ is way up high, the pipework immediately to our left. So we're between the console and the pipework, and we're immersed in the organ recital experience. If you ever come to Paris, I highly recommend you take time out at 5 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon and attend one of these in person. I just started attending them because they were on our list of live streams, and I could. And I'm so happy I've done so, because I know that in just a few minutes' time, Baptiste-Florian Marle-Ouvrard is going to give me a musical treat. This organ, there are some people who think that it's the finest organ in Paris. Now, other people prefer the organ at Saint-Sulpice, which is a Cavaillé-Coll organ, which is magnificent too, or the organ at the Cathedral of Notre Dame, which technically has the same technical specifications, although one of the two of them is a little larger or smaller than the other. I don't know which. And but the thing is, and I am not a musical expert of any kind, although I do love music and have some knowledge of it. When I hear the Notre Dame Cathedral organ, its default sound seems to be very brilliant. It has a very sharp edge. If you want to be bombastic, it's easy to do with that organ, with an edge to it, a real treble edge. The Saint-Sulpice organ has a sweetness to it, which I had tears in my eyes just listening to it play music which wasn't particularly sweet, but the acoustics and that organ are so sweet. But this organ here, the Van den Heuvel organ, I think is the more balanced of all three, and I think you'll hear that because Baptiste-Florian Marle-Ouvrard, he knows how to explore the different registers of this organ. So what I want to do now is turn the camera around again for you, so you're not going to see me again until after the concert. But I want to walk you in, so to give you more of a sense that you're actually here. And I think that more live streams should begin this way. Also during the intermissions, they shouldn't shift you over to some recording, which takes you out of the moment, but instead should do something live in the moment, in the concert or recital space. So we're walking in now. Now, I may be told by a priest or a nun that I have to turn the camera off. I'm not sure. That's happened before, but let's get you in the door so you can see what it's like to come in here. This is the side gallery. There's the altar where they had the Mass. You see a scattering of people, but look at all these people here for an organ recital. Look at that ceiling. It's 5 stories high. And there is the pipework way up there. The organ console is there. So I'm going to be sitting over there between the piping and the console. So I'll see you after the concert is over. I'm usually able to get a prime seat right here. And there's the organ console there. Ciao for now. I hope you enjoyed this introduction. And I'll see you afterwards at about 5:45 if you want to tune back in. Meanwhile, what you want to do is the link to watch the live stream itself is going to be right below this live stream in the description of the video.